This is Amy, part 3. Amy, you had mentioned some differences in tutoring in person via Skype. Can you share your thoughts on that?
Yes, I was just saying that what you notice and how you notice things changes in Skype, but your ability to notice is there. For example, I have some students that most of the time I see them in person, and every once in a blue moon I'll see them via Skype. When that happens, I find it harder to notice what's going on. Mostly I can't see what they're writing on their paper, so I'm not catching things, or I can't see that pencil stall, right, that I mentioned before. So that gets harder for me to notice these things, and I'll just have to do a lot more, what are you thinking there? A lot more verbal probing than I would just watching. However, I have a few students that I only see via Skype, or at least 98% of the time via Skype. And so with those kids, I catch myself noticing things very differently, but I am extremely efficient at picking up cues from them. They're just different than what they would be if they were sitting in person. And a lot of times, because for this one student, she emails me like pictures of the page in the book with the problems, or her worksheet or whatever, and I have that pulled up on my screen. So she's there, but I don't, the thing I'm looking at is covering her face. So not only is she not sitting in front of me and I can't see what she's writing, I can't even see her face. But I will catch pauses. I will catch a that she'll do, or things like that. And it's almost like, I don't know how they say, like blind people pick up on other senses get strengthened. It is very much like that. The things and the triggers and the clues that they're giving off are very different than they would be in person, but they're still there. So that is interesting. I know when we first started doing some Skype and online tutoring, it was not our preference, right? We just thought, you can't see as much, you can't see what's going on, I don't like it. And that is true. But for the kids that you see often that way, it is getting easier and easier to pick up on those clues using that technology. It's like flexing a different muscle, but you're definitely able to do it.
So you're noticing the same things but through different inputs, or are you noticing different things?
No, I'm noticing, because basically anytime what I'm doing, I'm trying to notice whether or not they're learning what they should be learning in a real and effective way. Not just able to regurgitate what I'm saying to them, or not just able to completely copy the same version of a problem, right? Do they understand it? Is always the goal, right? So what I'm always trying to notice is anything where we're not fully understanding, right? So for them, it may be a longer pause in their response to me. It may be little sounds they make, or it may be I don't even know. It's so subtle. It's just not even sure. But I am able to tell very quickly if my student understands the topic we're currently working on, or if they're not, without seeing her face. And at first that was hard, but you pick up on that traits and little little micro things from that student, like you would if they were sitting across from the table from you.
Are they still different things?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like making a little sound of that person could be across from me and I would notice that, or just being able to hear them, I would notice that. And sometimes if I can see the person's face on Skype, then the little like furrowing of the brows, I'm going to notice that whether they're in person or, on video. What you lose is